All right, welcome back and happy new year. We're going to be starting off January 2024 strong with two really interesting collections. I'm also really excited because one of the first new partners we have for Strata, Digital Rain Lab, brings some highly evocative and atmospheric synthetic design that they are masters of. This one being Ambience Space Station. So this is building on top of the sci-fi sort of theme that we've sort of established with Strata collections up to this point, and kind of provides you a little bit more of a unique environment. So let's jump in and start having a look at the main project and listening to some of these awesome new collection of assets that we have available. All right, looking at the main project window here for Ambient Space Station. Let's begin taking a look at this collection and sort of take a journey into the unknown together. The kind of material you can expect to find in here, different environments. So there's like alien caves and sort of alien environment, things that sound a little bit weirder than the other drones or other sounds that are in the library. A lot of these ambiences or drones have this really cool, otherworldly, highly atmospheric nature that's very unique to this collection. They could be used in a way as a substitution for music in certain circumstances, I would imagine, which is kind of cool. Objects, so things like air vents, ambient type of sounds like that, one shot kind of things. Room tones, so different spaces that you might have inside of a space station, they're kind of well defined. Space miscellaneous, some things like a black hole, there's a star sound. Again, these are all very esoteric and kind of self defined. We'll go to each one of the projects and just have a listen to some of the stuff. Inside of the Alien project, let's have a listen to some of the things here and look at what's in the track list. So there's Cave Quiet, Cave Dark, Ominous, Corridor. It's kind of cool. So again, a lot of sort of esoteric, self-defined, just kind of weird sounding drone type of stuff. It's all really cool. So inside of the objects project here, just have a quick listen, look at some of the items. So there's some jet type sounds, soft, medium, and heavy. Electrical sparks. So both like long and short, I guess. Water. There's an alarm. Light, medium, and heavy. Also. Engine generator. It's kind of cool. You know, there's actually quite a variety of things in here. Force field. There's even doors. There's some computation robotic type sounds. Machine synthetic slow. Yeah, so a lot of really interesting coverage here. I didn't expect there actually to be so much stuff inside of this project, but there's a lot of different objects in here that really do kind of flesh out the environment of a space station. And then kind of above and beyond that, definitely didn't expect door sounds in here, but that's cool that they've added more of that. Moving on into just the general drone project here. So we won't listen to all these. There's a lot of different drones. There's some significant layering going on here. So let's see, we have what's this first one? Underwater Angels. Let's see what this is sounding like. Okay, and this has 3 layers. So here's the underwater layer. Nice low pass filter sort of sounding type of thing. Angels behind the wall. There's some of like the musical elements in here. And then high crystals. Again, some more musical sort of elements. So I'd imagine, you can mute those, and then you just have the underwater part, or go the other way, be just the musical stuff. So again, there's no real macro controls in this ambience project. but there's a lot of really good preset drones, and you can do enough, being that they're heavily designed, by muting and soloing and just changing some of the volume of the layers. Room tones project. So I'm going to play the bridge quiet room tone that's up here, which again, some of these are multi-layered. So this one has a couple different layers, engine noise, and some of the actual tones separated. We're not going to listen to room tones for too long here, because I think we all understand what room tones should mean. But here, I'll scroll through. You can see different things that are in here, and if anything stands out, we'll switch over. How about hangar large and steamy? That's interesting. Got a mid, reverberated steam pulse, and what else? Some engine steam. Low large room tone. Other things like corridors. Again, a lot of stuff in here is really just going to help you set the mood and the tone of the environment you're placing these things in. So this is really cool. I like there's the musical sort of aspect of things. All right, moving on. One thing that I will say, this round of releases for January 2024, I like that we're covering more specific territory. For example, we already have an ambient sci-fi collection, and this kind of builds on that. So we now have Ambient Space Station, is a much more abstract approach to ambience design. So it complements the realism of something like the Ambience Sci-Fi collection really well. And by combining the two together, you can take your ambience design into a whole new dimension. It really fleshes out the themes that we've seen starting to build throughout the Strata collection's expansion. So this kind of fits well into that sci-fi theme and gives you a very specific set of utility that really just makes the whole thing stronger as a concept. So for a demonstration, we could take a look at how I use some of these sounds for my large spacecraft demo level that I have in Unreal that I've sort of been building on. I'll probably use some of the room tones, some of the objects, and see if we can make this a little bit more of an immersive space. Event setup for this project is pretty simple. I just have individual ambiences that will play as a bed for each of the rooms. Here is the hangar ambience. And here's the engineering bay ambience. Here's the bridge ambience, just the ambience bed, no objects. And then I have stingers or ambient stingers that will play only inside of the bridge. All right, well, that's it for Ambience Space Stations. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more collection highlights as we release new collections each month for Strata. If you have any questions or comments about this collection or other collections, or you want to know more about Strata, feel free to reach out, whether in the comments or however you'd like, and we'll be happy to answer any questions or assist you with Strata and understanding it better if we can. Be sure to check out the Wise Up on Air at the end of the month, where we go and take a look at both of the collections for January, a little bit more depth, and play around with them and just have some fun. Also, be on the lookout as we begin to ramp up with even more new partners for 2024. And I will see you next month.